don't care what you got, just give me that. Just give me that. Just give me that, give me that. Just give me that. I don't care what you got, just give me that. Just give me that. Just give me that, give me that. Just give me that. I don't care what you got, just give me that. All around this a place is crawling. Y'all let my move on the body, them calling. Just a thing, just a
Hello, Madison. How are we doing today? We are in the Alliant Energy Center. Don't freak out. Don't freak out. Don't freak out. Yeah, I didn't freak out. You see that? I didn't panic. I knew it was coming. That's right. Woo! We are in Madison, Wisconsin tonight, guys, and we, like I said, have a crazy show. I told you last week we were going to have some insanity tonight, and we are going to have it for you tonight. The Alliant Energy Center. We are going to make this place full of the energy that it is Alliant on. Get it? You see what I did there? Like I said, we are in Madison, Wisconsin. We are in the capital of the great state of Wisconsin. It is June 24th. We are finally into the great season of summer. We have before you tonight a Tag Wars match. It is going to be the Bearhearts versus Kangatunga and Stephen Gayton. That will be the Sons of Exodus. We have a three-way tie for first place currently with 3 points right now. Moving into this, we have only another week of these shows, and then we have our Tag Wars event. There's actually going to be a dark match, a couple dark matches that's going to eventually come up through these shows as well, because of how much amazingness that we have in store. Tag Wars, if you haven't been watching before and you're new to this, are 10-minute timed tag team matches to see who will face off at Tag Wars to win the Tag Wars crown. And Kangatunga is going to tap out to what looks like a reverse naked choke by Storm Dragon, and that is going to be a victory for the Bearhearts. And that right there will make a four-way tie now for first place, with the only team that doesn't have points, I believe, being the Reiner Foundation. That is phenomenal. I love to see it. We're going to move along, though. We have a lot more that we have to do, so we're going to hit a quick commercial break. And after we come back, that commercial break, we'll see more tag team action and words from Mike Hale. Stay tuned.
Northland Woods Co-op Grocery and Deli brings you the best of small town hospitality. From homemade soups, salads, and sandwiches in our deli to the absolute freshest produce from local farms, Northland Woods brings out the best in people. Sit down for a spell in our brand new coffee shop and lounge, brought to you by Northland Woods Coffee Company. Only the best produce from local sources, a variety of ways to take care of yourself, your family, and even the family members with more hair, less hair, feathers, and 4 legs. When you're with Northland Woods Cooperative, your family. Come down and see some of our smiling faces today, and remember, with Northland Woods Cooperative, you can make anything happen as long as you believe in it. Northland Woods Cooperative is a grocery deli and such match permissions and sales. This video to access made for by kayfabe purposes only.
Welcome back, everybody. We're getting right back to it. We have Gold League action. It's going to be the Women's World Order against the Outcasts. Oh, and immediately Rhiannon just coming out there. As you can see, we have the Outcasts with 3 points. From the Sticks with 3 points. The Women's World Order have 6 points. So that alone is a great reason for the Women's World Order to come flying out of here, because if the Women's World Order cannot win this one and the women from the Outcasts happen to win this match, they will be tied for first place, and that is not at all what the Women's World Order wants. They want dominance. They want to be the number 1 seed. So we'll have to see how that happens. And a save. Angela Sweeney almost, or not Angela Sweeney. Can't remember off the top of my head. I just know her as Sweeney, and the other one is Blitz. But Sweeney gets out of the way. Rhiannon is able to stand back up after that amazing flying nothing. And a kick to the face. Rhiannon is down, and she is going to kick out of that, saving again the opportunity for the Outcasts to bring themselves up to the same ranks, honestly. The Outcasts have 3 points. The Women's World Order have 6 points. If the Outcasts can win this match, that will bring them to tied. So we'll have to see what happens here in the conclusion. Blitz is now in the ring. Sweeney has tagged out. Rhiannon now on the ground, rolling around a little bit in pain. We're going to have ourselves a word from Jimmy King's Coffee Joint. I hope you guys are all having yourselves a fantastic summer. Hope you're doing well this Wednesday afternoon. Have yourself a little bit of cheer and have a good old bowl from this here Jimmy King's Coffee Joint. We're at a 7 count now for Rhiannon and Blitz. Blitz is going to get thrown back into the ring by Rhiannon. A 5 count, or a 9 count is when Rhiannon finally gets back into the ring. That would have counted as a win. And it looks like Blitz was going for a razor's edge, but Rhiannon's able to get off of her shoulders, picks her up on her own shoulders. Oh, and she just power slams her down to the mat, but Blitz is going to be able to tag into Sweeney, or tag out to Sweeney. Sweeney with a face breaker. That might be enough. Tessa Fox has, I think, already been in the match. No, she hasn't, but she's going to get in. Oh, and she's going to get in there. Tessa Fox, though, out of the ring. Sweeney going to the top rope. Now that Fox has already been in the ring once, she can't come back. Oh, and a huge flying splash. Sweeney might tie it up right here with this win. And she does. The Outcasts get themselves 3 points, and she and her partner, Sweeney and Blitz, will tag team together. And I can't talk right now, but they are going to tie everything up. The Women's World Order have 6 points, as now do the Outcasts. That bracket should be coming up here in a moment that we can kind of catch ourselves up. There we go right there. Women's World Order with 6 points. Outcasts with 6 points. That has tied up our first place in the Gold League, and that makes the finals that much more interesting. We only have, after this week, we have one more week of first round, opening round, competitive round options. I don't even know what you would call it now, but we only have one more week of that past this week, and then we will have Tag Wars, which will be where the semifinals and finals both take place, as well as Tag War, which will be who wins the number one contendership for these titles that will be won in these Tag Wars competitive matches. There's so much going on right now, and then you guys also have to remind yourselves that there is actually other matches going on. There's other titles that are being fended over. These are not the only things. Like, it's so much fun going on right now, guys. The summer of wrestling is alive and well, and we have it right there. The Outcasts are going to be your winners. They are going to tie the first place spot with the Women's World Order, and that is going to continue the Tag Wars interesting storylines as we would have. We have another Gold League match coming up, but before we get to that, we have to, of course, clear the ring, and we also have to hear from Chippy Wrecker champion Mike Hale. Well, we have to clear the ring, though, girls. Come on. So we have... There they go. They're gone. Okay, so we have that. We now have Mike Hale coming up the chat, I think, if he actually has his time. Is he here? Yeah, he is. Okay. So we have Mike Hale coming to the chat here. From the sounds of it, he is answering someone from something.
Rantala, I've seen you on the Indies. If you want a shot, it's gonna be next week in Rochester. Bring your best.
So Mike Hale issuing a challenge for Rantala for the Chippy Wrecker Championship, it sounds like, in Rochester. So that should be interesting to see. I'm also being told now that we are going to hear, before anything after that last match, we have to hear from the WWO. That'll be interesting. Here we go.
The Women's World Order needs some focus. Fox is in concussion protocol after the match with the Outcasts. Sun will address her peons later. Pramien is working on showing a mid-card thing or two. Do you not know who the Women's World Order is?
Well, I mean, we do. Kind of just told us. But anyway, so we're going to move it on to our next match. It kind of sounds like the Women's World Order are in the process of regrouping and retaking over things. But now what we're going to have is we are going to have the next match in the Gold League for tonight, which will be our final match, or final match of the night for the Gold League. It's going to be the Silver and Cold versus the tag team champions, who are going to attempt to double down on their 1 point lead, or not lead, but their 1 point that they have, which for some reason has now been taken off of the bracket. But they definitely still have that. They're still 1 point champions. Oh, and a huge power bomb to Helki. And there is a pinfall attempt immediately by Aradora. Now only going to get a 1 count. Holly Danian just kind of standing side by side to see kind of, I'm not sure what's going on there, but she's just kind of standing aside while Helki takes the brunt of everything. But Aradora already. Oh, and she goes for like a Rings of Saturn to Helki. There might be a time here because there's Holly. Holly comes in and saves Helki now. But now that Helki has been saved by Holly once, she can't be saved by her again. A kick to the small of the back, and now there it is. The tag team champions are going to get themselves 3 points and give it to them 4 points, which immediately jumps them up into second place, which I believe is exactly what they were hoping for. There you go. The Amazons now in second place. Women's World Order and Outcast tied for first. Second place now dominantly held by the Amazons. And then fourth place, I guess, technically. But we are going to have to hit our next commercial break. We will be right back. Make sure you stay tuned because we have more tag action and we have more singles action. Stay tuned. This is Bernard Brothers Library, where we offer books, audiobooks, the largest wrestling encyclopedia in the entire world. A collection of encyclopedias dating back to the late 1800s, DVDs, and free Wi-Fi, computer fax and printing capabilities, and even laminating purposes. We have meeting spaces as well. You can ask any number of our intelligence staff, volunteers, and librarians for any assistance that you may need. Find us at any number of our 6 libraries across the Savannah area. If you need to get a hold of us, just call 555-1341. I have been Walter. Welcome back to the show, everybody. We're moving right along. We have some Green League action. It's going to be East End Exchange versus Saints 13. So we are going to see our first action of the RWR World Tag Team Champions in this tournament, who now currently, like I said, have 1 point because of the champion's advantage, as I'm being told. So at this point now, I don't know. It's kind of one of those situations to me anyway that it kind of looks to me like the champions are kind of being favored in this tournament a little bit. They're not really they're not being put out there that much. I don't really know how to put that. I just kind of feel like they're not really out there as much as the rest of the teams. I mean, I think they only get like 1 or 2 matches. But right now, I don't know if they're going to put up a bracket. Are they going to put up a bracket? Oh, wow. Look at that. It's like to listen to me. So as you can see, we have a 4-way tie currently for first. Bear Hearts, Big Strong Killers, East End Exchange all have 6 or 3 points. The East End Exchange, though, I feel like that I'm very confused by what's going on there. They should have more points. There must be a miss hit there because I'm pretty sure they beat both Bear Hearts and the Rhiners, or did they? No, never mind. The Bear Hearts beat them, so there should be a 0 in that column. But like I said, we have a 4-way tie currently for first place. So if the tournament were to end today, the World Tag Team Champions wouldn't even be part of that. They would be nothing. They would not be in it at all. So I'm, at the end of the day, though, I feel. I don't know, actually no, never mind, there wouldn't be. The East End Exchange, they do have 6 points. I'm looking back through the records here, and they should have 6 points, so it's actually a 3-way tie for second place, because the East End Exchange have 6 points, Big Strong Killers, Bear Hearts, and Sons of Exodus all have 3 points. With Saints 13 rounding things out. But again, if the tournament were to finish today, there would not be a Saints 13. They would lose their titles. East End Exchange member Speedy just took out Leroy in the Saints 13. So that's one of the reasons why we enjoy these round robin style tournaments. It's all points. Keep an eye on that. But at the end of the day, if there is a tie, you have to look at who has beaten who. Big Strong Killers may have 3 points, but the Bearhearts have lost to them. So that means that, even though they're tied, that's the tiebreaker. And same thing goes for East End Exchange, who, even though they have the same amount of points as everybody else, or not, they don't have the same amount of points as everybody else, but like Sons of Exodus, they have lost to the Bearhearts, but they have beaten BSK, which that's what I'm saying, is that it would all go down to how that would go through the ranking system. So we do have a ranking system figured out that we were going to do. So at the end of the day, it's all about who keeps making points and who continues to get points. There is going to be a dark match that's going to be hosted on a TikTok live that's going to be coming up here pretty soon. It's just 2 matches, but we're looking forward to seeing exactly how that happens. We're going to have on that episode of Dark, it's going to be the Reiner Foundation and Saints 13, and then that's only a Gold League match, and then of course on the Gold League side, we're going to have From the Sticks versus the Tag Team Champions, the Amazons. And so that's going to happen on the Friday before Tag Wars. So then we get to see exactly how everything plays out with everybody, and everybody gets their points. And we have some counting. They're getting really close to getting counted out there. But we're going to have ourselves some Jimmy King's Coffee Joint Coffee because I'm contractually obligated to put our sponsors on. Cheers. Speaking of sponsors, I gotta make sure I tell you all about Raise Energy, brought to you by Rep Sports. Get yours wherever you get energy now. If you don't have a local place, repsports.com. Oh, looks like Jackie Bones has Kevon Woods put in a looked like a Anaconda Vice type move there. Kevon having just celebrated a birthday recently. Doesn't really look like he's celebrating right now, but Jackie Bones goes for the pin. Only gets a 2 count, saved by Leroy. Only gets a 2 count, but Jackie Bones is going to immediately go right back on the attack. Oh, and Kevon gets a backbreaker. Jackie Bones going to go tag in his much faster, quicker tag team partner, Speedy. And both of them hop off the ring apron now. Oh, and Speedy looked like he was going for something, but Kevon was able to not necessarily get out of the way, but he just wasn't in the way. Let's put it that way. Military press. Oh, and Speedy gets tossed down. Kevon now goes over and tags in Leroy. And both of these guys, formidable competitors for the Chippy feud to have. Kevon Woods, of course, those of you not aware, was Little Show. Oh, and a low blow right in front of the referee. Luckily, that is allowed. Goes for a pinfall attempt, but Speedy's going to save himself, but Jackie Bones is going to at least get a shot on Leroy before he gets taken out of the ring, and Leroy now looks like he's going for a figure 4 on Jackie Bones, trying to crack the bones of Jackie Bones. Hits him in the small of the back. Throws Leroy over the ropes now. Leroy is now out of the ring. Not a good place to be when you're trying to win the match. Speedy now going after Kevon. Grabs him by the face. Oh, what's he doing? Oh, and Kevon Woods just got DDT'd into the ring apron by Speedy. And now he's out there with both Saints 13 members, and he looked like he was about to try to go for like a double something. But both members got out of the way. Speedy rolls through. I don't know why he went for a some salt type of thing there. Referee's counting. 5 count. They're just taking after Speedy outside the ring now. Leroy and Speedy are the legal competitors. 7. Oh no, we have an 8 count possibly? And Leroy's going to get himself back in the ring. And there goes Speedy back in the ring. Oh! Big flipping stunner. It's going to get Speedy into a location that he can get a pin, but Kevon Woods is going to come in and save his tag team partner, Leroy. And I mind you that the current tag team champions are the Saints 13, which is Leroy and Kevon Woods. Who spells... when I first read that name, I was wondering, who spells Kevin that way? But it's not Kevin, it's Kevon. Oh my god, and Jackie Bones takes Leroy over the top rope. And now again, they're outside the ring, at least on Saints 13 territory. It's not a great place to be. We're at less than 2 minutes left in this match. No! My god, that suplex just takes Jackie Bones down. We have a 4 count now. Oh! Jackie Bones fighting back with the jawbreaker to the top of his own head. That's a 7 count. Jackie Bones, I don't know what he's doing. That's an 8 count. Jackie Bones must be waiting for Leroy to get up. That's 9. Oh, and they are going to get a count out, and there it is right there. East End Exchange with 2 points. Saints 13 with 2 points. Now, what in tarnation was he thinking? My goodness. All right, so that, I don't even know what Jackie Bones was thinking there, but he caused the draw. I don't know if anybody saw that, but he caused the draw. But anyway, so that means the East End Exchange actually moved. I don't know why. Did they get points taken away? I'm going to have to look into this because they have 2 wins there, but they don't have the points for the wins. I'm going to have to find out what's going on there. But that does put them in the lead now with 5 points. Saints 13 have 3 points, so that would put them in second. I'm going to have to find out why the East End Exchange have lost points from one of their wins, because they do have 2 wins, but I am being confirmed that they only had 3 points going into that match, so they must have lost those points somehow. Something must have happened, but they did just get a draw with Saints 13, which puts it at 5 points for East End Exchange, 3 points for Saints 13, which again makes a 4-way tie for second place.
That
and we
was
have
bullshit, East End boys. That was bullshit, but well played. We were grandfathered a point, and that rubbed a lot of people the wrong way. I get it. But to cause a draw? Wow. Tag wars won't be easy, but now it's personal.
big words from Saints 13. Wow, okay.
I want people to understand that the Black Label Championship means something to the Women's World Order. It means something to the people who earn respect. If you survive, you earn that respect. Few survive, few try. Who will try? Who can survive?
And Sunwolf with... Wow, we're just flying through it here. Sunwolf with some words. It sounds like she is setting out an open challenge for anybody that goes after her Black Label Championship. But we have Daisy Hudson now going up against Promian. Promian, who has been trying to go after the Women's Chippy Wrecker Championship to be able to call herself a second champion again. I'm curious to kind of see Daisy Hudson, who's been around a little bit in SPW and True North, making her first appearance here on Chippy Wrecker Pro, I believe. Or maybe her second or third. But at least on Ambition, I believe this is her, I think, debut where it's actually people know it's her. But Promian was the 5th Chippy Wrecker champion. She'd like to call herself a second Chippy Wrecker champion. Someday, maybe. But she currently has Daisy Hudson that she has to get herself past. And Daisy Hudson has been in wrestling for a long time. She is a 22-year vet. She's been wrestling since she was 16. And honestly, a competitor in everywhere she goes. Does not matter what she competes in, what it is that she's after. She is definitely somebody that you have to watch out for when you are in the ring. Now, speaking of champions, right now, when you look at it, we have the Women's Chippy Wrecker Champion. Now, it hasn't always been called the Women's Chippy Wrecker Champion. The lineage only starts when it started being called the Women's Chippy Wrecker Champion. So the inaugural champion was Sunwolf then. And then it went down the line, and there have been one person has held that title twice, and that is Zelda Bennett. She is the only 2-time women's Chippy Wrecker champion in the entirety of Chippy Wrecker Pro. And I'm not sure what's going on down there, because Longfellow, you're not going to help us out. You're right there, man. But it's a 5 count now. Daisy Hudson and Promian. I see Promian's not wearing the Women's World Order pink. I wonder if there's a reason for that. Maybe that means that this is a big match for her. Promian and Daisy Hudson have wrestled many times in True North. This is not new for them. They didn't train together or come up together or any type of story like that, but they have definitely had many times back and forth where the old champion comes in or tries to continue on being the champion, and the new champion is the one that comes in, and that's exactly what happened in True North. At one point in time, Promian held the True North Women's Championship, and that was something that Daisy Hudson coveted, having been one of the champions long prior to Promian. Oh, and a huge double axe handle from the top rope is going to take Promian down, and now Daisy Hudson has control. Maybe not. Spoke too soon. Promian is going to whip Hudson into the rope, and is actually going to hit her really well with a good slug to the face, and now she has control. Daisy Hudson is down. Collar and elbow tie up. Now Promian gets taken up onto the shoulders. Looks like she knew what was about to happen, and it looked like Promian decided to go for Hudson's good knee. Kind of making sure that if she is going to get taken out of here, she's not going to be taken out that hard or that easily, because she wants to make sure that if duck under, duck, jump over, and huge hip toss. Daisy Hudson takes control of Promian. Tries to collar an elbow, fireman carry. Oh, and a gut buster. Promian gets gut busted there by Daisy Hudson, who's now going to hit her with the knee. Got that brace on that knee after an injury about 10 years ago and has been wearing that brace ever since. Daisy Hudson has... Oh, and there's that sliding lariat. It's going to take down Promian. Flips Promian over, grabs by the ankles, goes for... Oh, and there's a knee stomp. Takes her now, grabs her by the face through the ropes now, choking her against that rope. Referee not really checking too much, kind of just letting him go. Oh, and there's a neck breaker, big rotating neck breaker. Just a friendly reminder that our main event yet is going to see Benny Boom take on Josh Rose. And the winner of that is going to be the #1 contender for the RWR World Championship. That means that they're going to take on Jimmy King at Red Fest, where we have a pinfall attempt by Promian. Only going to get a 2 count. Daisy Hudson rolls to the ring apron, trying to climb her way up using the ring ropes. Oh, and she's going to get slugged and barely hang on. Promian now jumps through the ropes, and a good old drop kick's going to take Daisy Hudson off of the ring apron, and now she is on the ground. Promian is just stalking the ring, waiting for her to get back in. Daisy Hudson, as Promian gets out of the ring, goes immediately after Promian, and now she finds herself against the barricade. Oh, and her back just gets crunched against the barricade, and now we have Promian on the offensive, taking on Daisy Hudson, throwing her towards the steps. Oh, and into the steps. Daisy Hudson gets hit into the steps. The referee's count is at 3. Daisy Hudson now gets tossed to the other side of the ring apron, and Promian is ascending the ropes. Huge flying coup de grace attempt, but I don't know if Promian really kind of judged that distance properly, but she was able to not hurt herself or anything, come up and go right back after Daisy Hudson. Promian goes back out after Hudson. Oh my God! Almost like a baseball style punch right there. She even lifted her leg, kind of got some kick to it. She's gonna take her back to the ring. This is all in an effort to show Aloba that she deserves a shot at the Women's Chippy Wrecker Championship. And honestly, after everything that's happened here, I think she deserves a shot. And now Pro-Man is just going to start dismantling Daisy Hudson. If Daisy Hudson kicks out of this next pinfall attempt, I'm willing to bet that Pro-Man might break something. Oh, and a big spinning power slam, and that should be it. 1, 2, 3, and that is going to be it. Pro-Man is going to win by pinfall. After a technical showing, Daisy Hudson, no slouch in that one at all herself, showed a lot of that veteran instinct. Even though she's been wrestling for over 20 years, the fact that, you know, she's just barely 40 is not something to laugh at. Daisy Hudson still in the prime of her career, even after more than 20 years in the ring, put on a great showing. A lot of times did not really withstand Pro-Man's hits very well, but she was able to keep herself within the match by being able to keep herself focused after all the kickouts, even after all the energy wasted from those kickouts. But there you can see that spinning power slam by Pro-Man. That's going to be what won the match for her, and Daisy Hudson is not going to be able to kick out there. Folks, we are going to have to hit another commercial break because we have our main event coming up. Stay tuned. Benny Boom, Josh Rose.
When things in life are this important, don't compromise the future with an insurance company that doesn't have your family in mind. With Safe Haven Insurance, our family looks out for yours. Call us today and see just how much we can help you tomorrow.
Welcome back, everybody. Thank you very much for staying tuned through those commercial breaks. Safe Haven is a great company. They insure myself, my family, and every single wrestler that is in the RWR. So if you've never heard of them, you should check them out. Josh Rose now coming out here. He will face Benny Boom to see who is going to face Jimmy King at Wreckfest for the RWR World Championship. This match is something that I've been looking forward to as soon as Jimmy King announced the tournament, when I saw the 4 competitors involved, because Josh Rose is someone special. This kid has been wrestling only for a couple of years now, like maybe 1 or 2 years, and he has been taking the company by storm. And not even just the company, but I mean the independent wrestling too. He is everywhere. The energy this kid brings, he has got a spring to his step. He is everywhere. Josh Rose is going to be taking on Benny Boom, and no matter who wins or loses this match, you know this has implications for everything in the future too. So as we see, we got Benny Boom coming in here. Got himself some new music. Had the King Kong opening. So Benny Boom now going on. He's going to be taking on Josh Rose. Josh Rose hasn't... I don't think he's held anything yet in the company. I don't think he's held any titles or anything of that nature. But I know that Benny Boom has just recently held the Chippy Wrecker Championship not too long ago, having only just lost it just this past January. So I guess not necessarily, just yesterday, but it's been a little while. But he's been around. He's been moving, shaking, doing things. Here we go. Benny Boom. Josh Rose. And Josh Rose goes for what looked like a collar and elbow, and Benny immediately just puts his hand right on Josh's head and just kind of nopes him like a lot of people do their little brother, and just gives him a headbutt. That big, thick skull of Benny Boom. And I'm not calling him thick-skulled in a bad way. He's a very intelligent guy. He just has a very thick cranium that he uses in his matches to really just decimate his opponents. We have altercations that have happened many a time between people, and honestly, I've been curious if something might be coming up here soon. There was an altercation backstage at one point in time between Benny Boom and Jimmy King, so that may have lit a fire under Benny Boom. So if he were to win this match, that would put a lot of confidence behind Ben. And there is what looks like kind of like a modified camel clutch type of thing. I'm not totally sure, but he's pulling up on both the head, the neck, and the back of Benny Boom. Josh Rose kind of trying to take out the back of Benny Boom, who he knows isn't exactly a strong spot. Oh my God, and he's just going to take him over the ropes there. Benny Boom now, he land kind of awkwardly outside the ring. Hits to the knee. Something that a lot of people do when it comes to Ben Boom and many others, big monstrous men. A lot of their strength comes from their core and their legs, and so they will go after the knees to make them unsturdy. Josh Rose, before he can hit the steps, is going to get suplexed behind him by Benny Boom. It kind of looks like Josh Rose has been busted open by one of those punches by Ben. Curious to see how that plays out throughout the match, but Benny Boom now collar and elbow thrown into the rope. Oh, Ben looked like he kind of pulled up a little bit there before he went into the ring. And Josh Rose doesn't seem to like that too much. My God, the strength. Oh, and he's just going to throw Ben down. My God. Ben almost landed on his face. I hope he's okay. That sound, that sickening sound. Josh Rose throws him into the steps. They're at an 8 count. Rose now runs into the ring and waits for Ben, who's standing outside the ring at a 9 count, and he's in. Josh Rose, though, hits Ben as he gets into the ring. Got him in a bear hug. Just the strength of Josh Rose to even consider putting Benny Boom into a bear hug, let alone actually doing it. Does not get the result he wishes, but my God, he's going to go for the top rope. He's way up there. He wants Ben on his feet. And instead decides to jump down from the top rope. I'm not sure what that was about. Maybe it was a psych out, but he swung at Ben. Here we go. Oh, they're going to do it. Oh, and he stops it. They both stop a punch. Another one. 2. Oh, my God, he does it again. Benny Boom gets slapped. Josh Rose wants another one. That time he gets a chop instead of a punch. A chop back for Ben. Another chop for Rose, who wants a punch now. Ben again with the chop instead of the punch. Oh, and a kick. Josh Rose kept telling him to kick him in the face or punch him in the face, but instead I guess Ben decided to kick him with a good one. On the top rope goes Ben. You don't usually see Ben go to the top rope. He's up there. Big flying axe handle. Benny Boom now with a pinfall attempt and only going to get a 1 fall out of Josh Rose. Gonna rotate him. German suplex. Goes in for the Snapdragon's Tiger suplex. Back into a regular German again, and he's going to go for the pin. Ben is only going to get a 2 count with those German suplexes. We're just going to call them the trio of suplexes because there's a Snapdragon in there. And he's got the clutch. He's got the choke slam or the chokehold on him. Is he going to hold out? No! Josh Rose is going to tap, and Benny Boom is going to be the one that faces Jim E. King at Wreckfest. This will get good. Jimmy King and Benny Boom are from the same hometown. They've known each other for a long time. So this will be a fantastic match to see. Oh my God, just the way that he throws him down. I'm honestly surprised that Ben was able to stand up after that, but the neck muscle strength that it'd have to take. My God, he just, like I said, he just threw him down. It looked like he landed on his face. I'm honestly surprised. I'm very surprised that he was able to stand up after that. Like, good grief. But here it is right there. It gets Josh Rose tapping out to give Benny Boom the win. Benny Boom coming into this match a man possessed. You can see the marks on his back and on his, oh my God, you see the marks on his chest too. Thank you all very much though for tuning in tonight. I'm Philip Cup. Make sure you tune in next week. We're going to be in Ambition Before the Storm in wonderful Rochester, Minnesota before Tag Wars takes place. We have more matches and more crazy. Be there.